I'm Marcus Blake with That Nerd Show, and we are talking about The Big Spoon. We got to talk about your film here.
Cool.
And yes, we do have a lightsaber for a microphone because we're nerdy.
We weren't going to ask, but now that you
I
bring
thought
it up.
it was a curling iron.
Well,
I don't own a curling iron, so that's why I didn't know.
I bet there is.
She taught me about something called the wand today. I just want.
All right.
Not,
Well, there you
not
go.
for your audience.
Well, I had a chance to see your film today, and very interesting.
You watched it?
Yes.
At the
You
movie theater?
did?
Well, I didn't.
You watched it at home?
We have a screener, yes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes in our job, it's easier to watch the screener,
I get it.
The first thing it reminded me of is being in a relationship where you've got people that don't always get along and how you kind of deal with that, especially if you're under the same roof.
Right.
And so my first question is, what was the inspiration? Is there some truth in your lives that kind of brought this story together?
We never
I know,
get out.
yeah, it's only the 5th time I asked this.
I know.
No, I mean, it's a natural question. We both wanted to bring characters to life who reminded people of people they either knew or were. And so we hope that that came across. But it wasn't autobiographical. However, things after we had written the script and after we shot the movie, things that happened within it ended up happening in our own lives.
Our lives imitated
not
the script we wrote.
precisely, but things similar to that. Like I was in a long distance relationship, and all things happening with friends where like we just can't be friends with these people anymore, and so yeah, things were brought to life in the script initially based off of stuff we'd observed, but it wasn't exactly our diary or anything like that.
Well, the biggest thing to me that it seems like is there's a line for everybody, and what's that line that you draw? And,
Totally.
And what you put up with when you're in a relationship, because I think everybody, if you're in a relationship, there's certain friends of your partner, your loved one or whatever that you don't want to deal with, vice versa, but you kind of have to.
Right.
And how early on when those things are happening do you say this is too soon to be having this problem, or we're too young to be dealing with this? Where do you make compromises when you actually don't have anything you are actually losing if you leave?
Right.
I mean, other than safety maybe.
Yeah. It's a weird time to be dating and an interesting time to be.
Such a weird
It's
time.
just like there's this notion that there's always something better out there, kind of, which like I think affects all of our relationships in a really.
By the way, I think it should
way.
also be pointed out that this is what social dating apps don't get. You can't
Right.
deal with this kind of thing that help determine if your relationship's going to last.
Oh
Sure.
yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Carlyn's got a steady boyfriend. She's had a lot more relationships go like to a good place, I feel like, or at least this one is. But I've been on dating apps, and I've been dealing with a lot of things where, you think you. Also, even if you're in a long distance relationship, you're doing things like you're preparing yourself for a call, or you're preparing. I mean, she's actually working on a web series about long distance stuff right now.
Yeah.
But
lots of fodder for these things. Yeah.
And also, you should be, if something's right, you should be able to be in close proximity with people for under strange circumstances and find humor in it, or be able to.
It's still hard. I mean, I think it's like there's some like I think it's really interesting when people watch the movie. Like my boyfriend was like, I really liked Ben, and I was like, oh.
Well,
Oh,
see,
no.
that was the other thing. Is the
He
more,
sympathized with.
as I was watching it, I couldn't. By the time of the end, I was trying to decide who I thought was more annoying between the two guys.
Sure, yeah.
Because I understand, being critical and being cynical of everything, and versus the innocent person. Right, exactly.
Yeah, they're both very flawed but likable in their own ways.
And the girls hopefully are as well, or women.
Yeah, the ladies.
I thought the funniest part was the whole lock on the bathroom door thing. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I agree. Let people have their moments alone. And the breaking of the door. Oh, you effing broke the law.
well, I had a cousin who had a European boyfriend, and it was very weird. And, and on that side of the family, everybody's Irish and German, so they're loud, stubborn, outspoken, and So what are your plans with this film?
Well, we've been on the festival circuit, and we're going to play some more festivals, Hill Country, and some ones that I probably can't talk about. But and we're going to do.
Wait a minute, this sounds like something about Star Wars automatically. Like
That's
can't talk about it.
I'm the lady director of Star Wars. They finally hired a woman.
They finally.
And then they're going to package this movie, The Big Spoon, with the next
Big
Star
Spoon,
Wars.
and they
all right.
thought,
It's going to be a double feature.
she should do a Star Wars movie. I would love to. For the record, I would love to do a Star Wars movie.
For the record, it's about time a female director did.
Right.
But maybe not based on this small, intimate relationship movie. But maybe. You know?
know.
What do you hope that people take away from this?
Oh, I mean, I hope that they reflect on their own lives and their own relationships and friendships and just like dig deep and.
We actually don't mind people making some changes in their relationships after seeing it. If you're like, well, this
Trying to get people to break up.
Yeah. Or just at least be honest. I think another problem in the movie is people not being transparent enough about what is bothering them.
Right.
And not being afraid of confrontation. I have struggled with being a people pleaser in my own life. And so I end up exploding sometimes or doing something really weird or having an argument that ends up being a projection of something that bothered me a year ago or something because I shy away from having those moments where, I think women are expected to be perfect a lot more of the time maybe than men are, and men would probably say, no, we have pressures too, and that's true. Everyone has pressures.
I'm thinking that Guinness beer should help sponsor this film and put an ad at the end. When you need to talk about your relationship, grab a Guinness. And there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, good little tie-in.
Nice.
I don't know.
I like that.
specifically
Oh, and
Guinness,
of course
but I
we-
like
Well,
it.
some
Yeah.
kind of alcoholic drink.
Yeah.
I know, that's just the
Or
Irish.
any.
We'll take
And
any
of course,
alcohol sponsors.
we're hoping to have distribution probably by the end of our festival circuit, and so that we could tell people if
Watch
you can't
on
make it to
iTunes
X, Y, or
and
yeah,
Netflix
exactly.
Right.
and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one nerdy question that we ask every filmmaker on the red
Okay.
carpet. Changes every year. This year's question is, if you could be a superhero or supervillain, what would your power be and why?
Have you asked John Wildman? He's wearing
He loves
Punisher
superheroes.
covers. Yeah. I don't know superheroes
think-
that well.
Or just what superpower would you like to
Or
have?
superpower.
You know, I picked the one that I'm second guessing how to pronounce it. Telepathy. Telepathy?
No, I
How
think
do you say it?
telepathy is
Telepathy?
right.
Telepathy.
You can
I'd like to
basically
be able to.
read
Yes, I would like
Telepathic.
that.
Minds?
That's what
Okay.
I
I'd
would like.
be telepathic.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. That's probably the best one.
I mean, for me, it's like
I was going to say the ability to go back in time and redo things.
I don't think that's a superhero
Ah.
quality.
Well, yeah.
Like, what would that be called? The clock reverser. I don't know.
Yeah, Superman did it.
But, that thing where you say, ooh, that did not go so well. I wish I hadn't said that. Let's go back and I'm going to redo that.
It's just like in Galaxy Quest.
yeah.
The Omega.
Right, there you go. Little nerd reference.
Yes.
Or to be
the Omega.
Oh,
Yes.
I'd like to
Yes.
be able to
The
be
Omega.
the tree
Yes.
Groot and be able to take everyone in and have beautiful fireflies floating around, but then not die.
Very nice. Or the ability to go back in time and delete those Twitter messages you shouldn't have put out in the first place.
Look, we're no Anthony Weiner here, so that's not,
I
that's not a problem.
saw him and Huma in the same day in different places.
Really?
Yes, I did.
His documentary was here.
So
was it
good.
last year?
Last
yeah,
year,
yeah.
It's fascinating.
Interesting.
I
And that
haven't
was
seen
kind of
What
an
a
awkward
that guy
documentary.
he's got some problems.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess maybe the more philanthropic answer would be I'd like to have the superpower of, saving lives and then
I'm gonna
taking.
stick with
Yeah.
telepathy.
Hey, it's always a good one.
But
Well,
what about you?
Oh, me? God, I haven't really thought of it. You know
Classic.
what? Flying.
Flying?
Why
That's
not?
a good one.
How
It's so
romantic.
cool.
Yeah,
That
I
is
just
so
wanna
cool.
fly.
I have dreams of flying. Wow.
Besides, if I'm the guy, if I'm Superman and I can, whisk my date off, like you did with Lois Lane, I mean,
Oh,
how do
wow.
I not get the girl at the end of the movie with that?
It's still,
Man, I'm
you know,
thinking romance.
I know.
You got me on, yeah.
Well, like I said, congratulations on the
Thank
film.
you so
good luck with
much.
it, and we hope that people get a lot out of it. And thank you for
Thank
talking
you.
with that nerd show.
That nerd show. Thanks.
How did this film come to you guys? I mean,
Sort of just came through a mutual friend of one of the writers, Mallory. Was like, hey, I have a friend with a movie. It's how it always starts. I got a movie idea. You want to hear it? So he just sent it to me, the script, and I read it, and I just sort of loved the original idea, and it sort of evolved over time. And
Right.
Co-writer, and yeah.
so I mean, have you experienced anything like this? Like they were, the theme of the movie, trying to deal with people that don't get along and what you put up with and all that in a relationship?
Like toxic relationships.
Yep.
I mean, I've been in them. I feel like, metaphorically, yeah. I don't know.
Like denial, where you
Like
think
denial.
it's working and you try everything where it doesn't work.
It doesn't
Of course,
work.
they probably told you what they said. Our tagline was an unromantic comedy about being together when you should really be apart.
Right.
And so we've all kind of been there, or especially to be that person that sees it. And you
Right.
kind of poke and go, see, I got the unders on that.
Well, and then when I watched the screener, my whole first thought was, what is the line that, where do you draw the line of what to put up with?
Right.
Before you finally walk.
Yeah.
Because, and the other side of it is, which guy was more annoying by the end of the film? What would you really put up with these two guys?
One of the things that drew me to this project was that it was women helmed and women produced, except for our killer experienced producer Ben. But it was women writer, women directors. Women writer, women director, producers, and the story, as it resonated with me, was the fact that it's pretty neat and rare to have a friend that will be your believing mirror and hold up
Right.
and say, you know what, this might not be working for you, and that's brave. And it's brave because as women, right now we're all supposed to be so strong.
Right.
To allow yourself to be so vulnerable, whether it's alcohol or drug induced or relationship induced or something, but to have a friend step in and say, hey, maybe you should step back and look at this, is great.
Right.
And even though it's a comedy and it is funny, and it was so fun to hear the audience laugh in all the right places and more, they were just laughing and clapping, and it's all so fun, but it is a vulnerability, and the fact that just making a movie is a
Right.
vulnerable situation.
Now, when I asked this, like for me, my favorite scene was the whole bathroom and him breaking the lock and all of that. I had to watch it a few times. I kept laughing at it. But is there a particular scene in the film that does it for you? Your favorite?
I think my favorite scene in secret part of the movie is whenever Mallory and Ben go to blows in the bedroom,
Yeah.
and then get into the argument. Mallory's just like the straw that broke the camel's back. She leaves screaming, leaves. Ben jumps on a bike, on a tandem bike, and just chases after her. And it's just like the most, just like, is this what's really happening? I'm like trying to So
And it was about
and it was
200
just,
degrees that day.
Yeah.
It was 200 degrees, production-wise, but story-wise, it felt like it was 200 degrees too. You're just like, oh man, this is awkward.
Right.
For me, it was Mallory's improv. After that, when she's doing the tequila shots, and she stops
Oh, yeah.
in the middle and says, do you do the lime first or the tequila? She goes, which one comes first?
Right.
And that was complete improv. And it was so funny because it was so in the moment that you're just having this breakdown. And, in tragedy, there's always comedy.
Well, like we asked them, there's always one nerdy question we ask everybody that walks the red carpet because we are that nerd show. If you could be a superhero or a villain, what would your superpower be and why? Basically, what would
pick one of the
what would-
original superheroes, or
what would your superpower be?
I would just love to do teleportation. Just get out. Always awkward, never smooth. Just roll and get out.
Mine would be becoming invisible. Which is, kind of
Similar.
But still be in there to watch.
Right.
Just instant invisible. Although you gotta understand that Wonder Woman has bracelets.
That's true.
I mean, her bracelets are and that's pretty cool to have jewelry that does stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I never thought about it that way. The perfect gift for every woman.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with the film. It was
Thank you,
great, and
guys.
thanks for talking with that nerd show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.